for a new hunt today. Just got permission on this nice old Victorian. I'm in the front yard. Only got a little bit side, a little bit in the front. Problem I'm having here is I'm pretty sure this is all topsoil. Haven't found any old things yet. Probably not going to stay here too long. I'm going to check over that way, see if there's some older dirt. But first good find, something modern. It's not gold or nothing, but it's a little, it says grandma, maybe a little bracelet or something. But I'll give that to the homeowner. Told her I'd stop back in when I was done. So, you know, it's a modern find, but all right, we'll see on the next. I don't know, like I said, if I'm going to stay here. It looked like a promising house, but with all the topsoil, I don't think it's going to be too good. But all right, we'll see on the next, or on the next next permission. All right, you saw that last clip. Since then, I've been driving around for a while. I tried several different places. Either nobody was home. I got one no, but the rest of them weren't home. And I probably stopped at about 5 places. So I just decided to go back to town and just kind of mess around a little bit at one of the old flood properties. As a matter of fact, I'm back where, if you have been watching my videos, I'm back where I found the seeded coins, one of the old flood properties. And been going around a little bit, just seeing if I missed anything. And I just dug this. Plain as day. It's going to be an Indian. And let's see the 1 cent there. It's getting close to dark too. But oh, looks like that 1908. I thought they, oh yeah, they did run up to 1909. So, all right, happy to have that. Nice older coin. But boy, I'll tell you, that signal was crisp and plain as day, and not too deep. Which just, again, goes to show you, no place is ever hunted out, even if you're doing it yourself. So, did not expect to find that, but hey, we'll take it. All right, see you on the next, or on the next permission. Okay, back out on a different day than those last 2 clips you saw. This is one of the places that I stopped at last time when there was nobody home, but I believe it's an older 1900s house, maybe late 1800s. Just talked to the homeowner and said no problem. There's a pine tree here, but there's a decent sized front yard, so I got the front yard to do, and we're going to see what else, or see what we can get out of here. Hopefully we'll see on the first find. Okay, that last property that I did the opening clip for didn't pan out. There was about, I found about 4 wheat pennies there, maybe. Bunch of clad. Nice guy, but probably not someplace I'd end up going back to. I'm at a place a little bit up in the country now, and my very first dig signal, the first signal I dug, I don't know if you can see it, that's silver in the hole. Got a silver Washington quarter. How is that? 1964, just made it. It's a baby. But we'll definitely take that. Going to be a little bit difficult. I don't have a lot of time left, and I can come back up here. But my pinpointer battery died, and I went to put my spare battery in it, and that's dead too. Brand new battery. Must have been sitting out in the heat or the cold too long, whatever, but oh well, they've been sitting in there a while. All right, hopefully this is a sign of things to come. Like I said, don't have a lot of light left, but we'll see on the next. All right, been a few minutes since the silver quarter. Been a little bit hard going since my pinpointer died. But did get a heartbreaker here. Look at that skeleton key. Top is busted off, but most of it's there. But hey, it's an artifact. We'll take it. Looks like it was busted. I didn't do that anyway, so. All right, we're going to keep going. Going to be getting dark here soon, so. But I can come back up whenever I want. There's some other places in the back I want to try that I probably won't get to tonight. So, all right, we're going to keep going. Another old find. See you on the next. All right, just had a little bit of a squeaker tone. It actually wasn't a nickel sounding tone, but turns out to be a 1910, I think. Looks like a 1910. I'll clean it up, but it's a V nickel. See if I can wipe that real quick. But that's all right. I'll take that. Let's see here. Get it to focus, maybe. Yep, I believe that's a 1910. All right. Got a silver quarter and a V nickel and a piece of a skeleton key. That's not too bad. All right, we're gonna keep going. Getting a little darker. See you on the next. All right, guys, I'm wrapping it up here. I didn't get to film this because it's actually pretty dark and I was having a hard time seeing it, so I had to bring it back to the car. But my very last hole, let me see if I can get the light on for you there. My very last hole was an Indian penny. Let's see here. Of course, it's not going to focus. Let's see if we can get it to focus here. Not even sure of the year on it. Let's see. Of course, it's not going to focus. Let's see. There you go. Looks like, well, it's 18 something. Hard to see. 71. No, it can't be. Well, we'll clean it up when I get home and we'll see. But that was the last dig. I just got permission from the neighbor to do one of their places. So I'll be up here a little bit. Hopefully get up here in another day or two while the weather's okay. And we'll see what happens. So I will add those hunts to this and we'll see you on the next. Okay, you saw those last clips. I was at that place actually right across the street. While I was there right before dark, I talked to the neighbor and got permission to come across the street, and I'm doing this big backyard here. The front of it was very small and nothing but trash, but my very first signal that I dug in the backyard, and I got a war nickel. Check that out. You see the P on the top? Not sure about a date. Well, we'll get that later when we clean it up, but again, I'm up here only about an hour. See you on the next. All right, been a few minutes since that last clip. Sorry I had to cut that one short. The homeowner was yelling out the window. He was asking me a question and I had to like cut the clip short. But anyway, I just had a signal and not too deep. I pulled out 2 coins and one is silver. I think the other is going to be a wheat penny, but that's a mercury dime. Oh yeah, definitely. Pretty worn. Can't tell the date right off. I don't know if that's 1918. I don't know. I'll get it cleaned up. And this one looks like it was clipped, but pretty sure that's a wheatie. I did find one other wheatie and 2 clad coins, and they're in pretty rough shape. I don't know if it's because of the tree here, the acid content in the ground, but the coins so far in this area that I did find, they're pretty toasted. But all right, well, that's cool. Got a war nickel and a mercury dime so far, so decent yard. All right, we'll see you on the next. All right, next target worth filming. Whew, breathing heavy here. It's all roots in there. Still right up against this really gnarly pine tree. But got myself a little brass D-buckle. I don't know how old it is, but little relic. Probably had an iron tongue on it right there. So probably not real old, but all right, we're gonna keep going. Just past where I found that mercury dime and wheat penny spill there, there was an old garbage pit there, the homeowner told me, and I started digging some signals, and I'm getting a lot of coal ash, and the signals were like hot rocks and pieces of cans. So I'm going to try to avoid that area and just do over here where I know the ground is kind of virgin here. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I can go all the way up into that field up there, and I don't know if there was anything else back there, but I might make a couple of passes in there just to see if I hear any targets. But all right, we'll see you on the next. Well, about 2 passes after I found that buckle, that last little deep buckle, I just found this one, a little bit bigger. Not sure if that's horse tack or what, but yeah, we'll clean it up, take a look, see if it's got any patent dates or anything. Man, this came in pretty good. I thought I was actually going after a silver quarter. It was giving me the perfect numbers, but all right, not bad. We're still finding stuff, so all right, we'll see you on the next. Well, just came up a little bit higher. House is back there. I was down on the other side of that tree, but just got a pretty deep target. It was giving me a hard time coming out, but it's gonna be an older spoon. It's just copper, but looks older. So I actually put my detector in like all metal mode and cranked the sensitivity up just to see if there was anything buried, you know, deep back here. So, but all right, well, I'm gonna still go a little bit, make 1 or 2 passes in here and see what comes out. But at least I'm still finding stuff here. So, all right, we'll see you on the next. All right, this is turning out to be kind of interesting. Not too far, right over in there, I got the spoon. Then I picked up another signal, and it was a pretty toasted wheat penny. And now I just got a perfect pure nickel signal, and it's going to be a buffalo. See the Indian there. Again, not sure of the date, if there is one, but you can see the Indian there, and there's the buffalo. We'll get it cleaned up, see if we can get a year on it. But all right, now it's getting interesting up here because there's really nothing back here. There's no, you know, the house is way over there, so maybe this could have been a picnic area, or I'm not sure. But 1 pass, spoon, 2 coins, so who knows? I'm gonna keep going. I definitely won't have time to do all of this because it's going to be getting dark. Sun's already down, so I might have another 15 minutes or so, 20 minutes. But I'm going to keep going, see what else we get. Hopefully we'll see you on the next, or I'll definitely be back up here. Got permission from actually both homeowners, the one that's here and the one that I was doing the other night. I can come back up here as many and as often as I want, as many times as I want. So that's good. I'll have time to really explore this. So, all right, see you on the next. All right, this is like one find after another. Buffalo nickel, Indian, or I'm sorry, wheat penny over there, and same path, or the same pass, and there's going to be an older thimble. You know, it's not silver or nothing, but I'll get it cleaned up, see if there's any writing on it, smashed in, but still some old stuff, and indications are still really good here. So I'm gonna keep going, and we'll see you on the next. Well, still going, just coming down on my second pass. This one really had me fooled. As you can see, I got my light on now. Thought it was a silver quarter, but it is play money. You can see some writing on there, but it's just aluminum. 20, yeah, you can see 25 right here, 25. Hard to see. You'll see it better when I do the cleanup, but darn, that's a killer, man. I popped it out. I saw that real silver color. I was like, all right, silver quarter. Nope. But okay, we're gonna keep going. Definitely some activity up here. I'm guessing picnic area, but who's to say? I'm gonna ask the homeowner when I see him if he knows if there was a house site up here or if it was like a picnic area at one time. There is a church right down over there, but I mean, this is off of that property, so. But all right, I'm gonna keep going. I'm probably on my way out. It's getting dark now, so I'll be back up here within the next few days. So All right, see you on the next. All right, still on my way out. Can't really tell, but it is getting pretty dark now. Got a screaming signal, and I got silver down there. You can see it's gonna be a Merc. And this thing was screaming at me. Looks like 1923 maybe. But all right, we'll take that. Yeah, definitely be back up here. I got a lot of field to cover here, so all right, keep swinging on the way back to the car and see what happens. If we get something else, we'll loop that back in for you. If not, we'll see you on the next. I'll probably come back here next. So all right, see you on the next. Okay, I'm back out to the same place where you saw those last couple of clips. Got dark on me, and this is the area over here where I found a few silver and some wheat pennies in here. I just found one more wheat penny over here. I started about a half an hour ago, dug a few junk targets, and now I got my first relic of the day. It's gonna be some kind of buckle, a little bit older. I still haven't figured out what this area was, why there's some stuff up in here. Like I said, I don't know if there was an older home site in this area or if this was a picnic area. Like I said, there's a church over there, so I really don't know much about the land here. So anyway, still got something to do. Yard goes up to this bush over here, so got a little bit to do yet, and hopefully we'll turn this back on and find another find. See you on the next. All right, been at it quite a while. Covered a lot already and picked up like one or two more wheat pennies and a couple of interesting doodads, but this one didn't sound good at all, but I could see a silver dime down in there, and it's probably gonna be another Merc, but I don't care. Let's see here, see if we can get a squirt it, give it a little squirt. Oh, you know what, I think it's going to be a Rosie, but I don't care. It certainly is. Well, we're going to rub that. What's that, 53? Oop. I think so. Yep, 1953. If I can hold on to it. Hey, we'll take it. Another silver from this yard. I think that's about 4 from here. So, all right. Got a little bit more to finish. I don't know why that focus is like that. There we go. There we go. A little bit more to finish here. A lot of trash down in there. Like I think I was explaining, there was, right in this area here, the homeowner told me that there was a trash pit there. He went to dig his pool up, put a pool in over there, and there was so much garbage he decided not to even do it there. He moved it over. But all right, we're gonna keep going. Got a little bit more of this, and then I can go back across the street and finish what I started a couple days ago before I got this permission. So all right, see you on the next. All right, just pull that silver out right over there, and I got a screaming signal that I thought was going to be a coin, but this is a dandy button. I already cleaned it up, but there is a design on it. This could be old. It's got the shank. I brushed it off. I'll clean it up better when I get home, but got a little bit of a design. There's like a circle of dots or stars or something right in here. Boy, too bad that wasn't a GW on there, right? I'm not sure what it's made out of. I think it's just brass. It doesn't appear to be tomback, but you know, from everything that I was finding here, all the modern stuff there, and you know, the Mercury dimes, Buffalo nickel, I thought maybe, you know, this wasn't as old, but hey, we'll take that. That's 1700s, early 1800s all day. So all right, we're going to continue. See you on the next. All right, still plugging along. I'm actually kind of crisscrossing a little bit the way kind of across what I did before, actually yesterday. And here's a good signal that I missed. Little crotal bill. I don't think it's the old ones. you know, you see made out of the old brass, or the old oh, what do you call it? Anyway, but not bad. I'll take it. It's a nice little relic. Probably not going to stay too much longer in this yard. I still want to get maybe an hour across the street, but we'll see how that works. I'm just going to do a couple more crisscrosses and see what comes out of here. So, tomback was the word that I was looking for. It's not the old ones like some of the tomback ones. All right, we'll see you on the next. All right, continuing going opposite direction of what I was doing when I came up. Missed a good signal, but it's kind of on its side. I saw it. I was gonna live dig it, and you know how that goes, curse of the live dig, but I just ran my pinpointer through here and I saw it, and it's gonna be another silver dime. Gonna be another rosy, but we'll take it. Looks like, let's see here, 1964. Just made it, but we'll take it. All right. I was going to go across the street, but I think I'm just going to satisfy myself that I've done all this and just kind of keep going crossways and make sure that I've got most of what I wanted to find, so, or most of the targets out of here. But, all right, we'll see you on the next or on the wrap. All right. Whew, I am winded. Check out this hole, man. This was all roots in here, but I had a really good tight signal. Turned out to be another, looks like it's a rosy. Yeah, it's definitely a rosy. Definitely gonna be silver. Sorry about that. Man, I had a hell of a time getting this thing out, but I couldn't leave it go. The signal was just too good. Looks like 46. All right, that's 3 silvers today. 3 silvers the last time I was here. Pretty decent yard, but all right, almost getting dark. Maybe have another 10-15 minutes here. Just gonna putz around a little bit in here. I've covered the majority of that field, I think. Pretty satisfied. I mean, can you still go and find other stuff? Absolutely. Never hunted out, but all right, we'll see you on the next or on this wrap up. All right, guys, this is going to be the wrap up. You saw all the clips. It's a pretty long video. There's over 20 minutes of clips there, so I'm going to try to make the wrap up as quick as I can. I actually got to 4 different locations over the past week and a half. The first 2 were so-so, and that's what I'm going to show you now. Then I will pause it and get you the rest. But anyway, this was the first place that I was at. This was that Victorian house that I found in town. Real nice lady let me hunt the front yard, and there was a pretty decent yard there, but wasn't really anything there. They had about 6 to 8 inches of topsoil in the front, and it was pretty much all over. So the only thing that I really found there was this grandma pin. Not precious or anything, but it's got a pin backing on it, as you can see right here and here, and this was right in the middle of the topsoil layer, so wasn't lost all that long ago. I was going to give it to the homeowner, but when I knocked on the door, nobody answered the door, so no big deal. The rest of it, I did get a few clad coins, and then I switched locations and I went back to an empty flood lot that was in town, and it's where I found my seeded quarter and dime last year, and I missed an Indian head penny. It's 1904. I'm sorry, a 1908. You know, not too bad a shape. Got some crud on it there. I was able to just use a little bit of olive oil to clean that off, and that's where the matchbox car came from. Some of the finds, you know, I didn't film. There was a bullet in there, and some more of the clad, just a couple of coins. But so that was the first time that I was out. Was those 2 locations, and then the next location was a house that I stopped at the same day that I stopped here, and there was nobody home. But another day I stopped, and guy was kind enough to give me permission. I had higher hopes for that house. It was pretty old. It was probably, I don't know if I had to guess, early 1900s. Nice big front big front yard, but not a lot of old coins in it. There was a few little items. This is like a little center punch. From way back in the day when I used to be an EMT and a firefighter, we used to carry these in our pocket in case you went, you got to an accident scene, car accident. This is actually spring loaded. You would take this, push down on the window, and that would pop the window open so you can get into the car to get to any victims that were in the car. So that was sitting in the front yard. This little chain, just nothing special there. It's got this little clasp, almost like it reminds me of the pull strings for your ceiling fans. Got a key, nothing old. Bunch of clad, including some like this quarter. Got nailed by the lawnmower. You see that dime? A lot of dimes there in the front yard. Those were the copper pennies. These were the crusted up and destroyed zincs. But I did get 5 wheats out of that yard. In average condition. There's a 1920 there, and the next one is a 25. So those are 2 nicer older ones. We've got a 34, and then the last 2 are kind of hard to see, but 1944 and 1946. So that was the first 3 hunts, really. The first 3 places I was at. I have to take that back. I was actually at 5 places in the past week and a half. The one where I just got this, the old flood lot, this house, and then I'm going to show you 2 more. After I pause this, I'm going to get those things ready. But the last 2 were a lot more interesting. These last 2 were some older places, and we'll clean this up. I'll show you what we got out of there. Okay, back to the rest of the wrap up. There is actually 2 different places here, and as you can see, there's a lot of stuff. But this first place that I'm going to show you, you saw some clips. It was actually a house that I had already done. Actually, I did it with Chris, and we had pounded that front yard, and we found a few things. And returning back to it, I did the front yard when I was there, and I also am going to go into the backyard and cover that pretty good because we never really got into the back there. But I can't say this enough. If you have a permission that you do, and you do okay at it, always, if you can manage to get permission to come back, always go back to these permissions. You can go back to them when you don't have a place lined up and it's just something you want to get out for a little bit. I guarantee you will miss stuff on the first time around. I mean, everything in here came out of the front and side, and these couple of items came out of the front and side where we already did. And I don't care if you did it before. I don't care who it is. If you got the best machine out there, you've been metal detecting for years and years, or you just started with a cheapy machine, go back, hit these permissions again. You're not going to find as much as you found on your first time around, but go back and hit them. It's worth it. So anyway, that was my little rant about going back to previous permissions. I've done that a lot and have come out with things that I have missed or that others have missed. So anyway, as you can see, I got another skeleton key, except it's just missing the top. I thought at first that I nicked that off, but that's how it was. Actually, the first time we were there, I did manage to find a complete skeleton key. Some miscellaneous little bits, broken key, some more clad, more on the side where we didn't cover too much of. Nothing special there, but I did manage 3 old coins. This is a 1910 V-nickel. You saw a clip of me digging that. It's not in great shape, but it's certainly identifiable. You can see the date on it. I got this right at the end as it was getting dark. I don't know, I'm trying to get the date up close. I don't know if you can tell, but let's see if I can zoom it. That date is in 1874. And those of you that collect, you know that the 1870s are desirable coins, Indian heads to find, because you just don't find a lot of them. And some of the values are up. This isn't a key date or anything, but it's a desirable coin. And I did manage to find a silver quarter that somehow we missed. 1964, just made it last year of the silver Washingtons. So that was that hunt. Another reason why I say return to previous permissions, I was at this place and the neighbor across the street was interested in what I was doing, came over and started talking to me. Before we were done talking, I had permission to do his house across the street, and it turned out to be a great property. Not only did I get this silver at the first place, but I ended up with 6 more silver coins out of that guy's yard over 2 days. So awesome permission. Get to it. Some miscellaneous things. It's an ornate old door hinge. Thought that was pretty interesting. There was a lot of trash in this yard. I probably dug 3 times as much stuff as what you see here, but well worth it. There was a little piece of a toy gun there, maybe a cap gun. You saw me a clip of this old spoon. It does have some writing on it, but I can't make it out. It's pretty toasted. Some miscellaneous little bits. I took that because I wanted to see what was written on it, but it's only in numbers, probably from like an old milk bottle. This was interesting. I didn't film this, but it says Motor Automobile Farm Bureau Insurance Company. Now, I looked that up and I couldn't find how old they were when they had started, but I guess they've been in business for a while and they are still in business today. But this coming out of that yard, I'm guessing, I don't know, 50s, 60s, not sure. Another little interesting, I don't know if that's like a measuring thing. It's got holes in it like you would drop pepper or something. I have no idea, but it's a little measuring thing. I got a couple of buckles there. I think you saw clips of all of these. Don't know, if they're horse tack or what, but a nice little D buckle there. Looks like it had a silver wash on it. See some of that coming through there. Some miscellaneous stuff. I did get that thimble. Didn't see anything on it. It's pretty bad shape, but it's just an aluminum thimble. Bullet little piece of a button there. Of course, the cursed rose tags. They sound just like silver coins. I dug this padlock, which is falling apart. It does have some writing on there. I didn't bother to look it up, but made in Chicago, made in USA. Not sure exactly, but it's probably not that old because it's falling apart. It looks like this lock is like, I don't know, it's almost like pot metal or zinc or something, and the piece that locks just fell right off. I got an older key. Looks like an old Ford key. Probably not too old. Got this little earring thing in the front. Not precious or anything, obviously, but it was a find. And now, as you saw in some of the clips, going to come to the coins in just a minute, but I did get a Crotal bell, which I don't think is too old, but old enough. In pretty rough shape. And I got this really cool flat button, dandy button. You can see it's got a little bit of a design around the center there. And it's got the shank. So this is a bit later than, or I'm sorry, a bit earlier than everything that I had found in this yard. Most of the stuff in this yard is probably, from 30s on up, maybe 20s on up. But this definitely predates that. This is a late 1700s, early 1800s dandy button. Wasn't expecting to find that after all of this stuff here, but definitely appreciate finding that. As far as the coins, of course, you got a little bit of clad. You're going to notice that all these copper coins, these are all wheat pennies. They are all toasted really bad. I could not get dates off of any of them except the last 3. And those last 3 were 1925, 1948, and 1954. The backyard had some pine trees. You probably saw in the clips. There's one big old gnarly, looks like a white pine or some kind of pine tree there, and I'm not sure if it was a combination of that and all the coal ash in the ground, but the soil seems to be very acidic, and it's not kind to any coins. As I said, I ended up with 6 silver coins. First was a war nickel. That was the first, actually the first target I dug in that yard, coming around the back, and it's a 1943p. I got 2 mercury dimes. One is a 1923, not in too bad a shape, and this 1938 has seen better days. Very hard to see. It's in pretty rough shape, and this was out amongst some of the roots and stuff. So I got 3 of the Roosevelt dimes, and they're 1946, 1953. And just made it with another 1964. Again, not in too bad a shape. But hey, 6 silver coins in one property, that's awesome. And, you know, there could be more there. I can go back there if I want to. I feel pretty satisfied that I covered it all. But, as I said before, if you have an opportunity, go back. You never know what you're going to come up with and what you missed. Got a buffalo nickel that was pretty toasted. I mean, you can ID it. Couldn't get a date off of it. Date is pretty much, I mean, you could see there's something trying to pop through, but not happening. And I did get a piece of play money, and it's one of those falsa pecuna play quarters. And then on this side, you can see it says 25 cents, and the wording around it says play quarter, Uncle Sam, 1949. So gives you a date. I actually, when I hit that, I thought it was a silver coin. I think I mentioned that in the clip when I showed this. I thought I'd gotten a silver quarter, but turned out to be the play money, which is kind of cool. You know, it's got a date on it and everything. But anyway, that is all the stuff from the last 2 hunts that I did. I have some more. I have one more permission lined up. I'm also going to return, which I might do the next time I go out. I might return to this place to finish off the side and cover in the back. And I also have to go to a place, a guy that gave me permission before had asked me to come back and help him find some of his property stakes. So next time I go out, I'm going to stop there first, help him out, and then probably stop here and finish off this so I have it in my brain that I, you know, feel comfortable that I covered it pretty much. But like I said, you can always go back. So, all right, that's it. I thank you very much for watching this far. I know this is a long video, but as you can see, I had a lot of finds to show, so I'm pretty happy with this last 2 weeks of detecting. Weather finally got better. I was able to get out a little bit more and not as hot. It's been up and down, but it's got to be cooling off any day now because, you know, we're already getting into September. So, all right, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. If you like what you saw, please consider hitting that subscribe button and hit the notifications so you'll know when I put out another video. I really appreciate it. Be safe, and I'll see you on the next hunt. Good luck to everybody doing this. Take care.